Divorce is a life-changing decision that affects millions of men every year. While every relationship is unique, certain patterns emerge when we look at why men choose to end their marriages. In this video, we'll explore the top 5 reasons men cite for divorce based on recent statistics. Understanding these reasons can help us gain insight into the challenges many couples face and perhaps even offer guidance for those hoping to strengthen their own relationship. Let's dive into the first major reason that pushes men to make this difficult choice. Most common reason men give for divorce is simply growing tired of making a poor match work. About 32% of men say they reached a point where they could no longer force a relationship that just didn't fit. Over time, the effort to keep things together becomes exhausting, especially when fundamental differences or incompatibilities are present. This fatigue can build slowly, with small frustrations adding up until the relationship feels like a constant struggle. When men realize that the partnership isn't bringing happiness or growth, many decide it's time to move on. Trying to make a relationship work when the foundation isn't strong can be draining. Men often report feeling like they're forcing something unnatural, which leads to resentment and emotional exhaustion. Over time, the realization grows that both partners might be better off apart. This sense of incompatibility isn't always about big fights, it can be about subtle, ongoing differences in values, goals, or personalities. When these differences become too much to bridge, the relationship can feel more like a burden than a partnership. Second most cited reason for divorce among men is their spouse's romantic or sexual relationship with someone else. About 30% of men say infidelity was the breaking point. Discovering a partner's betrayal can shatter trust and create deep emotional wounds. For many, it's not just the act itself, but the secrecy and deception that follow. Rebuilding trust after such a breach is incredibly difficult, and for many men, the relationship simply cannot recover. This leads them to seek a fresh start outside the marriage. Fidelity doesn't just hurt in the moment, it can have lasting effects on a person's sense of self-worth and ability to trust others. Men who experience betrayal often struggle with feelings of anger, sadness, and confusion. The emotional fallout can affect every aspect of their lives from work to friendships. Even if forgiveness is possible, the relationship may never feel the same. For many, the only way to heal is to leave the marriage behind and focus on rebuilding their own sense of security. Another major reason men choose divorce is feeling that their spouse is unresponsive to their needs. About 30% of men report this as a key factor. Relationships thrive on mutual support and understanding, and when one partner feels ignored or undervalued, resentment can build. This isn't just about physical needs, it includes emotional support, appreciation, and feeling heard. When these needs go unmet for too long, men may feel isolated within their own marriage, prompting them to seek fulfillment elsewhere or end the relationship altogether. Possible to feel alone even when you're married. When communication breaks down and needs aren't acknowledged, men can experience a deep sense of loneliness. This emotional distance often leads to frustration and a lack of intimacy. Over time, the gap widens, making it harder to reconnect. Many men describe this as one of the most painful parts of their marriage, as they long for connection but feel continually shut out. Eventually, the desire for genuine companionship can outweigh the reasons to stay. Maturity in a spouse is another significant factor, with 28% of men citing it as a reason for divorce. Immaturity can show up in many ways: irresponsibility, lack of emotional control, or an inability to handle adult responsibilities. When one partner consistently acts in a childish or unpredictable manner, it can create instability and stress in the relationship. Over time, this can erode respect and make it difficult to build a stable, supportive partnership, leading men to consider ending the marriage. Marriage often requires both partners to grow and adapt together. When one person remains stuck in immature patterns, it can hold the relationship back. Men may feel like they're carrying an unfair share of the responsibilities, or that their efforts to build a future are being undermined. This imbalance can lead to frustration and disappointment. Over time, the hope that things will improve may fade, and men may decide that moving on is the only way to find the partnership they truly want. Very different financial priorities or spending patterns are cited by 24% of men as a reason for divorce. Money issues can put a huge strain on any relationship, especially when partners have conflicting approaches to saving, spending, or planning for the future. Disagreements about finances can lead to frequent arguments, stress, and a sense of instability. When these differences can't be resolved, men may feel that their financial security and their peace of mind are at risk, prompting them to end the marriage. Financial compatibility is often overlooked, but it's crucial for a healthy marriage. When partners can't agree on how to manage money, it can create ongoing tension. Men may feel unsupported in their financial goals or frustrated by their spouse's spending habits. Over time, these issues can erode trust and make it difficult to plan for the future together. For some, the only solution is to separate and pursue financial stability on their own terms. While these top 5 reasons stand out, it's important to remember that every divorce is the result of a complex mix of factors. Often, several issues build up over time, making it hard to pinpoint a single cause. Understanding the patterns behind these statistics can help us see the bigger picture. It's rarely just one argument or event that leads to divorce. It's usually a gradual accumulation of unmet needs, unresolved conflicts, and growing distance between partners. Uncommon thread in many divorces is a breakdown in communication. When partners stop talking openly about their feelings, needs, and concerns, misunderstandings can multiply. Small issues that could have been resolved early on may grow into major sources of resentment. Men often report feeling unable to express themselves or feeling unheard by their spouse, which can deepen the divide. Rebuilding communication is key, but not always possible if both partners aren't willing to try. Expectations play a huge role in how relationships unfold. When men enter marriage with certain hopes or assumptions and reality doesn't match up, disappointment can set in. Sometimes these expectations are unrealistic, but other times they reflect genuine needs that aren't being met. Over time, the gap between what's expected and what's experienced can lead to frustration and a sense of failure. Addressing expectations openly can help, but when the gap is too wide, divorce may seem like the only option. Emotional connection is the glue that holds relationships together. When that connection fades, partners can feel like strangers living under the same roof. Men often describe a sense of emptiness or numbness when emotional intimacy is lost. This disconnect can be caused by stress, unresolved conflicts, or simply growing apart over time. Without efforts to reconnect, the emotional distance can become permanent, making divorce feel inevitable. People change as they move through life, and sometimes partners grow in different directions. Men may find that their interests, values, or goals no longer align with their spouse. This gradual drifting apart can be subtle at first, but over time it becomes clear that the partnership isn't working. When efforts to reconnect don't succeed, men may decide that divorce is the best way to honor both partners' growth and happiness. At the heart of many divorces is a search for fulfillment. Men want to feel valued, understood, and supported in their relationships. When these needs aren't met, it's natural to look elsewhere for happiness. Sometimes this means working on the marriage, but other times it means letting go. The decision to divorce is rarely made lightly. It's often the result of deep reflection and a desire for a better life. Divorce can be an incredibly difficult process, both emotionally and practically. Men may struggle with feelings of loss, guilt, or uncertainty about the future. It's important to seek support from friends, family, or professionals during this time. Healing takes time, but it's possible to move forward and build a new, fulfilling life after divorce. Understanding the reasons behind the decision can help men make peace with their choice and focus on personal growth. After a divorce, many men find value in reflecting on what went wrong and what they want in the future. This period of self-examination can lead to greater self-awareness and healthier relationships down the road. By understanding their own needs and patterns, men can make better choices and avoid repeating past mistakes. Self-reflection isn't always easy, but it's a crucial step toward healing and growth. Every relationship teaches us something, even if it ends in divorce. Men who take the time to learn from their experiences are more likely to find happiness in the future. This might mean setting clearer boundaries, communicating more openly, or choosing partners who share similar values. Growth often comes from facing challenges head-on and being honest about what works and what doesn't in a relationship. Having a strong support system can make a big difference during and after a divorce. Friends, family, and even professional counselors can provide guidance, comfort, and perspective. Men who feel supported are better able to cope with the challenges of divorce and rebuild their lives. Reaching out for help isn't a sign of weakness, it's a smart way to navigate a difficult transition. Life after divorce can be daunting, but it also offers new opportunities. Many men find that with time they're able to rediscover their passions, build new relationships, and create a life that feels more authentic. The process isn't always smooth, but each step forward is a sign of resilience. Embracing change and focusing on personal goals can help men turn a difficult ending into a hopeful new beginning. Success in relationships isn't just about staying together, it's about mutual respect, growth, and happiness. After divorce, men often rethink what they want from a partnership. This can lead to healthier, more fulfilling relationships in the future. By focusing on communication, shared values, and emotional connection, men can build stronger foundations for love and companionship. Forgiveness is a powerful tool for healing after divorce. This doesn't always mean reconciling with a former spouse, but rather letting go of anger and resentment. Men who practice forgiveness often find it easier to move forward and embrace new possibilities. Forgiveness can also improve relationships with children, friends, and future partners, creating a more positive outlook on life. Setting healthy boundaries is essential for any relationship, especially after experiencing divorce. Men who learn to communicate their needs and limits are more likely to find satisfaction in future partnerships. Boundaries help protect emotional well-being and ensure that both partners feel respected. This skill can be developed over time and is a key part of personal growth after divorce. Therapy can be a valuable resource for men going through divorce. Talking to a professional can provide new perspectives, coping strategies, and emotional support. Therapy isn't just for crisis moments, it can also help men understand themselves better and prepare for healthier relationships in the future. Seeking help is a sign of strength and a commitment to personal well-being. For men with children, divorce brings additional challenges. Co-parenting requires communication, flexibility, and a focus on the children's well-being. Many men find that despite the difficulties, it's possible to build a positive co-parenting relationship with their ex-spouse. Putting the children's needs first can help everyone adjust to the new family dynamic and maintain strong, loving connections. Divorce often requires men to rethink their financial plans. Managing expenses, dividing assets, and planning for the future can be stressful, but it's also an opportunity to gain control over personal finances. Many men use this time to set new goals, create budgets, and build financial independence. With careful planning, it's possible to achieve stability and security after divorce. Divorce can sometimes lead to feelings of isolation, but it also opens the door to new social opportunities. Men who actively rebuild their social networks often find greater happiness and support. This might mean reconnecting with old friends, joining new groups, or exploring hobbies. Building a strong community is an important part of moving forward after divorce. After divorce, many men find themselves with more time and freedom to pursue their interests. Rediscovering old passions or exploring new ones can bring joy and a sense of purpose. Whether it's sports, travel, or creative pursuits, engaging in meaningful activities helps men rebuild confidence and create a fulfilling life beyond marriage. Divorce can be the start of a powerful journey of self-discovery. Men often learn more about their strengths, values, and what truly matters to them. This process isn't always easy, but it can lead to greater self-confidence and a clearer sense of direction. Embracing change and being open to new experiences are key parts of this journey. Moving on from a marriage means letting go of the past. This can involve grieving lost dreams, accepting mistakes, and forgiving both oneself and one's former partner. Letting go is a gradual process, but it's essential for healing. Men who focus on the present and future are better able to create a life that reflects their true desires. Every ending is also a beginning. After divorce, men have the chance to start fresh and build a life that aligns with their values and goals. This can be an exciting time of exploration and growth. By focusing on what's possible rather than what's lost, men can create a future filled with hope and opportunity. Hope is a powerful force during difficult times. Men who maintain a sense of hope are better able to overcome challenges and build a brighter future. Even when things feel overwhelming, holding on to hope can provide the motivation needed to keep moving forward. With time, patience, and support, it's possible to find happiness after divorce. Trust can be hard to rebuild after a painful breakup, especially if infidelity was involved. Men may need time to heal before they're ready to trust a new partner. Taking things slowly and being honest about fears and expectations can help. Over time, it's possible to form healthy, trusting relationships again. Forgiveness isn't just about letting go of anger toward a former spouse, it's also about forgiving oneself. Men who struggle with guilt or regret may find it hard to move forward. Practicing self-compassion and accepting that everyone makes mistakes can make the healing process smoother and more meaningful. Divorce often prompts men to rethink who they are outside of marriage. Building a new identity can be empowering, allowing men to focus on their strengths, interests, and goals. This process can lead to greater confidence and a renewed sense of purpose. Embracing change and being open to new possibilities are key to building a fulfilling life after divorce. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity. Men who develop resilience are better equipped to handle the challenges of divorce and rebuild their lives. This might involve learning new skills, seeking support, or simply refusing to give up. Resilience grows with each step forward, making it possible to overcome even the toughest obstacles. After divorce, setting new personal and professional goals can provide direction and motivation. Men who focus on what they want to achieve are more likely to find satisfaction and happiness. Whether it's advancing in a career, improving health, or building new relationships, having clear goals helps turn the page and start a new chapter. Divorce is not the end of the story, it's the beginning of a new journey. Every step, no matter how small, is a move toward healing and growth. Men who embrace this journey with courage and openness are more likely to find peace and fulfillment. Remember, it's okay to take things one day at a time. For men considering divorce or struggling in their marriage, it's important to seek support and reflect on what truly matters. Open communication, self-awareness, and a willingness to grow can make a big difference. Remember, every relationship is unique and there's no one-size-fits-all solution. Trust yourself to make the best choices for your happiness and well-being. Let's recap the top 5 reasons men give for divorce: growing tired of making a poor match work, infidelity, unresponsive spouses, immaturity, and financial differences. Each of these reasons reflects deeper issues that can challenge even the strongest relationships. By understanding these patterns, men can make more informed decisions and work toward healthier, happier partnerships in the future. Divorce is never easy, but it can be the right choice for some men. By facing the reasons behind the decision honestly and seeking support, it's possible to move forward with hope and confidence. Remember, every ending is also a new beginning. With time, patience, and self-care, men can build a brighter future after divorce. If you or someone you know is going through a divorce, there are many resources available. Support groups, counseling, and online communities can offer guidance and understanding. Reaching out for help can make the process less overwhelming and provide valuable tools for healing. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. In conclusion, understanding the reasons behind divorce can help men make sense of their experiences and move toward healing. Whether you're facing divorce or supporting someone who is, remember that growth and happiness are possible. With time, support, and self-reflection, it's possible to turn a painful ending into a hopeful new chapter. Thank you for joining us on this journey.